Red and black. Life and death. The joke. And the punchline. This pattern you're making. This game you've been playing since you came back from the dead. This Harlequin checkerboard snakeskin. This is the big one, isn't it? The ultimate joke. In your own insane way, you're trying to tell me something. Something primal. Fundamental. Someone's hunting me. I can feel it. Someone who thinks they can do your job better than you. Heard anything on the grapevine about a person or organization known as the Black Glove?
Scary, isn't it? When you can't see what's coming.
You're dealing a dead man's hand with a twist. I saw that coming on the first 8. Surprise me.
Some very, very bad people have decided to hurt you. Hurt you so bad you'll never recover.
Why?
Because they can. Because they think you deserve it. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. The dead man's hand is missing a finger. That last fatal card.
What are you trying to tell me? Red and black. What are you trying to tell me?
Bang!
Joker. If I was scared, I wouldn't be Batman. Whoever they are, tell them to bring it on.
You're wrong. Batman and Robin will never die.
I just killed a man on your doorstep. If your reach is as long as you say, that should pose no problem, huh?
The dead man's medical files are already being edited to include a documented history of paranoid schizophrenia, Monsieur Le Bossu. A suicide note he left for his disabled wife is being composed and will be secreted upon his person. Eyewitnesses will be bribed or killed, the widow ruined. We are operators at the highest level. Believe me, everything you've heard about the Black Glove is true. Call me Dr. Hurt. Come, take your place for the dance macabre.
me Ishmael. Call me sweetheart. Call me a taxi in the name of God. Just don't call me the Green Vulture. Not until I say. Stupid cheap mask. Leave them crazy clues. They'll never work out. Give me some hot cycle groupies with bells in their hair. Body count, body count. Die, cutie humans, die. They want to stick me in Arkham Asylum? I'm down with that. I'll get to meet all my heroes.
Dude, you are so dead.
Okay, I'm impressed. Thumbs up. New Batmobile.
I don't know. It's not how I saw it when I first had the idea. You and Alfred asked me to take it easy. I'm taking it easy. The car's doing all the heavy lifting. Even the CD changer's 10 times smarter than the moron driving the Lincoln. I could have been following up leads on my black glove case. You talked me into a test drive.
You only died for 4 minutes, Bruce. There's nothing wrong with recovery time.
You have a very kind face.
When was the last time you heard that?
There's a couple $100 in the dash.
You're on bad drugs, in a Halloween suit, with about a dozen cameras recording your complete loss of self-respect.
Hit me.
No. I mean, can you believe that? Seems like the only criminals left in Gotham are these stupid homemade guys the cops can take care of.
It's an American Idol era of equal opportunity supercrime, Master Tim. Every Tom, Dick, or Harry with a makeup box and rampant Tourette's fancies himself the next Joker.
Bruce.
Has he been like this before? I mean, have other girls known about Batman?
I believe there have been one or two. Miss St. Cloud, Miss Bordeaux. They've tended to be honorable and very discreet young ladies by and large. I watch him go through cycles. Try not to worry so much, Master Tim.
I'm not worried, it's not that, it's just... Well, first there was that whole experience when we were in Nanda Parbat, the Thaggle thing, right? I understand enough about meditation to know that what he did could just as easily have driven him insane. He was in that cave for 49 days! And then I find out he spent 10 days in an isolation chamber before I was Robin and actually lost his mind for 2 weeks?
Indeed.
Okay, so now he almost dies for real and then becomes obsessed with this whole black glove idea, and he's talking about some massive paranoid web of interconnected events. Alfred, are we sure Bruce's head is okay?
Togal is the peak meditative experience in the Dzogchen tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, Master Tim. Nothing less, as I understand it, than a complete rehearsal while living of the experience of death. Master Bruce has a very clear idea of human perfection, towards which he constantly strives, you understand. The absolute physical mastery of the top martial artists, gymnasts, or yogins. The logical and deductive skills of master philosophers, forensic scientists, and detectives. The understanding, discrimination, and moral clarity of ultimate Zen adepts. Need I continue?
You know him better than me, Alfred.
His is a mind like no other. I have grave doubts either of us will ever fully comprehend its decisions. But we must never underestimate its strength and resilience. Tell me what's really troubling you, Master Tim.
Alfred, in the space of 2 years, I lost my dad, my best friend, and my girlfriend. And I've been adopted by Batman. I spent increasing amounts of time in a seriously creepy world of violent crime and insanity. And all in all, I think I cope better than most people my age would. But yeah, something's been keeping me up at night. Did he do a paternity test? On Damien? You know, like a DNA test. He had to, right?
He insisted he would tell you the results himself, when the time was right.
Alfred? So you know. You both know. And nobody is going to tell me?
It's not my place to say, young sir. Forgive me.
The son of Satan is my brother? That's it. Time out.
Bruce, they would both be so proud of you if they could see what you've done, how many lives you've changed.
I hope so.
What happens when you finally won? When they're avenged at last? Will you know?
You know I have to go back soon. It'll be like waking from a dream.
What will you do?
Gotham's been quiet recently, but I'm connecting the dots on something big. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll miss you.
Well, when Batman is done with his work, and I'm done with mine, I have something we can investigate together. I know how you love mysteries.
I love solving them.
Well, apparently, this is a very elite group of incredibly rich and mysterious people who organize the most outrageous parties. Am I wrong to seize on the fundraising possibilities? Ah, here it is. I thought this would appeal to your dark side, and that was before I even knew.
The Black Glove extends an invitation to Miss Jezebel Jet and Mr. Bruce Wayne. The theme this season, Dance Macabre.
Can I see that?
There's no hope. There's no hope. There's no hope. There's no hope. First laughter, then madness. Death. Airborne, infectious joke around that virus rages across the sky. Continent. Millions already dead. That terrible sound you can hear is the world laughing itself to death. Women and children. My wife. Boys laughing their guff sounds. Guff sounds. What's so funny about my wife's guff? Ha 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 ha. Wife's guff. My wife's guff.
Well, it's like I always say. The comedy is in the timing.
You don't see anything. Nothing at all.
Another pretty flower.
I see. If you insist on being uncooperative, perhaps we should try a fresh approach. Is it 15 seconds before restoration of power? May I introduce myself, monsieur? My nom de crime is Bossu. I'm here on behalf of the Black Glove to invite you, the Master, to the Batman's dance of death. We'll be in touch.
Another pretty flower.
Who? Who are you working for? Who is the Black Glove? You ever see a Gotham hood dressed like this? Out-of-towners taking advantage of our organized crime vacuum. Or something more.
You tell me. You seem pretty sure this Black Glove is involved. But I checked our database and nothing came up except some old movie. You sure there's some secret master criminal pulling the strings? Huh. I only ask.
I noticed one of the black casebooks was missing from the drawer, Alfred. I need to pin down Simon Hurt's links with John Mayhew and some of the other names connected with the Black Glove.
Sir? I believe I committed most of your handwritten notes to the Bat computer files, arranged chronologically. Perhaps I left the original at my desk.
So it's already on here. This is one of John Mayhew's movies. It's the story of two innocent lovers corrupted and destroyed by a group of super-rich gamblers.
I've certainly heard of it. Sir, that's a rather nasty wound.
It's showing at the Gotham Village Synodrome. I could use your take.
Master Bruce, you know how easily infection gets in.
Where's Tim? I might need his help piecing some of these obscure links together. If I'm right, this thing goes back years and involves people my parents knew.
Yeah. He left 2 days ago. Master Tim may be the boy wonder, but he's also a bereaved teenager. And recent events have somewhat dented his confidence, as I understand it, sir. Particularly your relationship with Damien.
Relationship? That's not what I wanted to happen. How about we talk about this after I'm done, Alfred? Oh, and if you smell burning later, it's only because I'm taking a stab at cooking dinner for Jet tonight. Go to the movies, Alfred.
Sir. If that will be all, sir.
Welcome to Gotham City. Of course, no one ever said it would be easy to crush the Batman. This has been a long, painstaking process, which is far from complete. But this self-righteous do-gooder, this arrogant, damaged little aristocrat, is about to face a long-overdue rude awakening. The Black Glove has decided to teach our upstart idealist a lesson he will never forget. What we are about to do will be a work of art. Nothing less than the complete and utter ruination of a noble human spirit.
You honestly believe you can do what not even the Joker, or Two-Face, or any of the others have been able to do all these years, Dr. Hurt?
No one knows him better than I do. The extreme lengths to which our boy has gone to make himself strong are powerful indicators of the weakness he feels he must overcome. That weakness is still there, inside. The fracture that will break the man. If your gargoyle henchman did his work correctly, Monsieur le Bossu, the Librium on the blade will make Batman more susceptible to the induction trigger phase I planted all those years ago. Your targets, his friends, await. All we have to do now is push, and Batman self-destructs. We're here. You can open your eyes now.
Oh my God, Bruce, it's spectacular.
You know me. I like to make a good first impression.
When you said you had a cave, I had no idea you meant Carlsbad meets NORAD.
It didn't get this way overnight. Alfred and I used to huddle around a PC covered in bat droppings.
So I tried to find out more about this Black Glove group, but they're very wealthy and very secretive. I think we'll just have to turn up to their dance macabre and see what it's like for ourselves.
Jet, it's a trap. I came into contact with the Black Glove during a recent case. The billionaire John Mayhew was involved, and I'm tracing his connections to a mysterious Dr. Hurt, who seems to have appeared out of nowhere. Mayhew already tried to kill me. The Black Glove tried to kill me, and now they're closing in on both of us. This is a message, a warning shot. I need you to stay away from me until it's all over.
Bruce, you're hurting me.
I'm sorry. I live in the dark, Jet. You're the best thing that's happened to me for a long time. Do you understand? I can't risk you becoming a part of this. When we met in London, it was like I'd known you all my life. It felt like meeting you was always meant to happen. Jezebel. Talk to me.
I'm sorry. It's just this place. It's all overwhelming. When we met, you were charming, witty Bruce Wayne. But now, I've fallen in love with Batman, a dangerous vigilante. The person people say might be mad. And if they saw this, Bruce, you can erase my country's national debt with what it costs to maintain this place.
No, damn it, wait a minute! Bruce Wayne doesn't deserve this.
Ed Sheldrake over at the Gazette wants to run with the story. I can't keep a lid on this past the weekend.
Bruce is reckless and inconsistent, but schizophrenic? No. Show me one shred of evidence to back any of this up before you assassinate the man's parents all over again.
Would I drag you up here just to swap tittle-tattle, Commissioner Gordon? During the Gotham Grand Central bomb scare, a dossier turned up in an empty luggage locker and found its way to the Gazette news desk. Who could resist the scoop on the sordid, secret history of Thomas and Martha Wayne?
Are we talking about the same people? Thomas Wayne was a philanthropist, a brilliant surgeon,
who evidently transformed into a brutal, foul-mouthed degenerate on booze and hard drugs. Who knows what the boy witnessed? That's if he actually is Wayne's son and not the creepy butlers. I didn't write it. See for yourself.
Mr. Mayor, I know Alfred Pennyworth. We're talking old school English, gentleman's gentleman.
Stage name Beagle. He's an actor. Guess he fooled you too, Gordon. Just like he did the Waynes. Oh yeah, that one. From left to right, John Mayhew, Mangrove Pierce, Marcia Lamar, Thomas Wayne, and faithful Alfred. The girl with the brain-dead expression and the needle tracks in the middle is Martha.
What the hell is this?
It was compiled by a detective hired by Martha Wayne's family. Turns out the guy's still on our unsolved crimes file, since he disappeared mysteriously over 25 years ago. Now, you have a guess what he was all set to make public. Did you know Martha's folks claimed Thomas Wayne had their daughter murdered and faked his own death? Thomas Wayne, Commissioner. He might even still be alive, for all we know.
Are you angry with me?
You have to listen to me, Bruce. Alfred won't tell you. The boys won't tell you. They're all too scared of you.
Oh, come on, that's not true.
Of course it is. You've spent your whole life and billions of dollars making yourself into a person who scares people. You wanted them to be frightened, but the price of that fear is truth and intimacy, and all the things that hold together normal human relationships. They're scared to say it, but I love you, Bruce. I am not scared of you. I can say what they want, because somebody has to. It was so brave of you, Bruce, so ingenious to make yourself into the great dark knight who wasn't there for you when you needed him. But all this is a disturbed little boy's response to his parents' death. You're over 30 years old. It can't go on. You have to stop and take a deep breath. You could use your wealth and influence in other ways. You have to think about what you're doing to yourself and to impressionable young people. You need to talk to somebody. My father was shot dead in front of me too, Bruce. But these sad, blood-spattered little superhero costumes, the scarves, this gigantic underground museum of death and technology. Oh, Bruce, poor Bruce. What if you're not well?
I know. I know how it looks, but this is how the Black Glove would work, isn't it? The Black Glove knows everything about me. Knows the exact moment I'm most vulnerable. Wouldn't he try to isolate me? Make me question my mission? Wouldn't he even use you as a weapon? Make you doubt me? Jet, please let me show you one more thing, and maybe you'll understand something about the world I live in. I have 2 customized Cray mainframes running simultaneously, analyzing every scrap of data, looking for a pattern I know is there. You know, like the dead man's hand the Joker dealt me when I went to Arkham Asylum to ask him about the Black Glove. 2 8s, 2 aces, right? What's the 8th letter of the alphabet? Then think 8s and A's. 2 red, 2 black.
Oh my God.
And each card has a specific fortune-telling significance and a whole range of numerological and Kabbalistic correspondences before we even get to color symbolism and folklore. And if I don't know all this stuff, if I miss a twist, if I can't match wits with any one of a dozen deeply disturbed, brilliant sadists, someone could die.
Bruce, what if it's you? What if the Black Glove is you? Don't just walk away, Bruce. Who would hate Batman more than the little boy whose life was sacrificed so that Batman could live? Who could really know your every weakness? Who could match your every move like you say? Who has your love of mysteries and puzzles and games and the resources to wage war against himself?
But Dr. Hurt had me in an isolation chamber for 10 days. If Hurt is the Black Glove, or part of the Black Glove, if...
Oh, poor Bruce. This is so terrible. I'm so sorry.
It couldn't be me. Could it? I know I've been under pressure these last few years. If it's me, the Bat computer will know. It's What the hell's wrong with it? Just static on the strings.
Bruce, you're scaring me. Static? What are you talking about?
All I see is static. Jet, something's happening.
There are pictures of graffiti. It's just nonsense. Nonsense words over and over.
What does it say?
It says, Zurin.
No. Not now.
What if you're falling apart?
I'm not ready.
What if you're having some kind of breakdown?
It's now, and I'm not ready. Jezebel, the commissioner's on the hotline. There's an emergency. Emergency. Get out. Please run.
Bruce, what's happening? Bruce!
Kill the lights.
Sir, Master Bruce, I only just got back from the bleakest film-going experience I've ever had the misfortune to endure, and I smelled more than just... burning.
La base. Deep where no one can find you. Farewell, faithful butler.
The bat radio is turned on. The electronic molecules are streaming forth. It would be easier to consider this a dream. But how can I? After this last year, the boundaries between what's real and what's illusion become the seamless threadbare as a moldering shroud. How do I learn to think like these monsters I've chosen to fight, and not let my own mind be mangled out of all recognition in the process? I don't want to know what goes on in the Joker's head. I have to know. But when I imagine how it must feel to be him, I think of a snake with a broken back, flipping and tracing intricate, agonized arabesques in the dust. Does he know what he's doing? Is he goading me to follow him deeper and deeper into his rabbit hole of derangement, hoping I'll break? Some of the experiences I've committed to these black casebooks are so utterly bizarre as to defy logic and sanity. 5 years into the mission, and it feels like a ghost train ride. I didn't expect costumed psychopaths, regular contact with hallucinogenic compounds, or seemingly alien interventions. If it wasn't for Robin's humor and forthrightness, I'd be...
Maybe that's how it is on the planet of the little bat fairies. We got rules on Earth, and... Well, look at this here. Hey! This is my personal stuff, fucking junkie. Yeah, that's right. You! Fucking cockroach! Get!
Stuff? Don't know stuff. Feel sick.
What's that? Huh? Don't I know you from somewhere? I do know you from somewhere. All right. Honor Jackson never forgets a good turn. That's it? That's good. On your 2 feet, soldier. Easy, huh? One in front of the other. Walk it off. Walk it all off.
Zuranar. Zuranar. Zuranar.
Hello, Bruce. Remember me?
How you've grown, How long has it been?
So sick.
That's good. Talking is good. Walking's good.
Weapons-grade crystal meth. Street heroin. Who started with these?
Way I see it, this is what they call Providence. I'm on a hazardous personal odyssey across town right now, and you got special forces muscles.
A funny thing happened on the way to the forum, guys. You ran into me. And you must be Maximus Ridiculous. Ouch.
Nightwing!
Robin, what's up? I just chased a couple of losers all the way from the museum, and I'm about done for the night. I must be tired. I'm doing terrible gladiator jokes. What? No. I haven't spoken to him for a couple of days.
I can't reach anybody. The boss was onto something big, and I think he might be in serious trouble. Can you check in at base, then meet me at checkpoint 5 at 7?
What kind of trouble? Where are you?
Can't tell you. Gotta shake these guys off first. Remember the International Club of Heroes? Well, they have a club of villains too. Checkpoint 5.
Club of villains? Robin? You there?
Honor. I don't get it. Is this part of the Odyssey?
You bet. Put these on and get yourself in character while I make us up a declaration. All right, this is for you.
Don't need money.
You say that, but dope don't grow on trees. Or maybe it does. What am I, a horticulture expert? It's $2 bags right there. I'm gonna keep the other half. All right, back off. Soldiers here, a personal bodyguard.
This fuck? He's so smacked up he's probably seen 10 of us. Hand over the money.
Huh.
Ain't nobody mess with Honor Jackson this fine day. You're looking only about half dead now, Delta Force. That's progress, right?
When do we get where we're going? Feels like days.
You hurting, huh? You have to keep walking till I tell you when it's time to stop. You have a kind face, soldier. You have the look of one of them mystery men on TV, wandering from town to town helping people. Now you need some help right back, huh?
I have the accent of an educated rich man. So how did I lose all my money? I can't have been on the streets for long because my hair looks like it was cut recently. Who am I?
You a regular Sherlock Holmes, soldier. And you gotta understand something about this world. Even the brightest angel can fall. So you wound up with nothing. Here, I'm gonna give you something you can put in your pockets. Nobody knows about the treasures I keep. But this here, this is something that was always good to me. This was my best friend, at least until I stood on it. Now it's all messed up. But you promised me you'd get it fixed. You'll be your best friend too. And maybe one day, when you're rich again, you'll find this and remember Honor Jackson. Now let's move on.
Honor, I don't know what to say. That's it? We walked all this way across town just so you could buy booze? What about the Odyssey?
Motivation, soldier. I had to get you up and walking long enough to get your head clear. Come 11 o'clock tonight, walk 8 blocks in that direction and tell Lone Eye Lincoln Honor Jackson sent you. Make your choice with a clear head is all I'm saying. You can fall, or you can rise. There it is, soldier. The view from rock bottom. Bet you never knew it could be so pretty. See, I never did nothing I could be proud of. But imagine I could know I'd saved one life. That would mean I was worth something after all, right?
Honor. Don't I, Lincoln?
Is there a problem, officer?
I'm not a cop. Look at me. Honor said I'd find what I needed here.
Honor Jackson. You've been rolling with that, dude. You need encore medication. Honor Jackson died yesterday. Blew $100 on smack and went out like a king.
No. I met him this morning. He saved my life. He brought me here to this place. I know this place.
Lime Alley. Hell's main drag. Don't sweat. I got the keys to heaven right here. You know a better way to take away the pain.
Nightwing, I'm at checkpoint 5. Where are you?
I don't believe I've ever witnessed such ferocity. We believe his name is Pierrot Lumière, a one-time enemy of the French crime fighter Musketeer. Well, whatever his story, our new arrival seems to have settled him nicely after a beating and a few Thorazine shots. Or was it the other way around? Quite. I hope no one minds if I keep this as a souvenir of the criminal mind, you understand?
A perfect fit. Seeing all of you in your flamboyant costumes, I decided to adopt one of my own. I think you'll all agree the Batcave makes a perfect base of operations as we bring this city to its knees. When Batman has finally seen the error of his ways, we may allow him to return, broken, perhaps as my butler. Until then, the Dark Knight is dead. Here's to crime and the Black Glove. Gotham lies helpless. Nothing and no one can stop us now. Zaranar. It would be far easier to consider this a dream. But how can I? For in my hand, I hold the Bat Radia. And I am the Batman. The Batman of Zaranar.
Please don't hurt me. I'm only a tailor.
Oh, fuck.
New boss recruiting in town. Who's paying for these?
Bossu. French guy. Le Bossu?
Le Bossu, the hunchback.
You said it. I mean, talk about coincidence. Will you look at that down there? See, now that's the kind of thing that gives gargoyles a bad name.
Might. Am I nuts, or did these things just talk?
You? Oh, you're totally sane. But never mind the gargoyles. The bad guys are on to you. We can't stay here, Batman.
So don't listen. We've only been watching over this city for 80 years. When do we know about anything?
What do you know?
You'd be surprised. You ever see the grids? Takes low vision to see the grids.
Batman!
Shh. The city's talking. Grids.
Hang around for years, you get to see the layout. People make the city, and the city makes the people. See how lives grow around the grids like vines on a trellis.
Of course. Burnley, Newtown, Gerald. The streets where Batman was born. A checkerboard, a blueprint, a machine designed to make Batman.
They know we're here. They know we're on the roof. Now would be a really good time to find the most recent scar on your body and deal with the tracking device. Let's just hope they didn't hide it in one of your teeth. Oh, they did hide it in your teeth. Hurry.
Fuck! Behind you. Did something happen to my mind, old chum? It seems so much faster now. Clearer. Simpler. Like a streamlined engine. A silver bullet.
Blame Zer and R, a place he once saw in a flashback hallucination induced by Professor Milo's gas weapon. A planet with 2 Batmen, where you were super strong, invulnerable, and immortal, with a technologically and mentally advanced double called Talino for a buddy. Paging Dr. Freud. This stuff came out during the trauma of the space isolation experiment you took part in for the army, remember? Which is when Dr. Hurt got the idea to use Zor and R as a trigger phrase that would give him the power to switch off Batman anytime he wanted. But it doesn't pay to underestimate Batman, does it? Something happened here a long time ago. Call it a miracle on Crime Alley. From the sad graveyard ashes of a little boy's worst nightmare, something unforeseen arose, didn't it?
This will remind you that I have been here once and can return.
Batman thinks of everything. Batman even prepared for a psychological attack with a backup identity, remember? He made a secret self to save him. The Batman of Zer and R.
Nightwing's disappeared. Batcave isn't safe. That's why I thought of you guys. No, listen, I don't have time.
I've got the swagman and wrapped him with glee. And he sang as he stowed the jumbuck in his tucker bag.
The boss is in big trouble.
You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Come on, wherever you are. Yeah, fancy rights are right off. Yeah, weird little game of dress up and plays all over. You're just a little kid in a big bad world and Daddy Batman's gone choco. Show yourself and I'll do your nice quick headshot.
Gotta go. You got my bike, I get yours.
So what was all that about? Anything worth Squire and Knight's attention?
That was a bit weird, Cyril. That was Robin. The Robin. Calling me at me mum's house. He said something about Batman being in all sorts of trouble and a club of villains.
Club of villains? Can't have that, Beryl. Better put in a call to the lads.
Where are the others?
Then all should be here.
Don't mess with King Kraken, Bambino. He's got enough conscience. So I hear Bossu's gargoyles be muscling in on my gladiator territory. That right? How you like it if Senator Fishy goes swimming in your blood?
Henchmen? Henchmen are for wussies.
Kraken, are you insane? These are the soft, clean hands of the God Emperor of Crime. Now who do we get to load all of this artillery? Yeah!
Maybe I can help.
Huh? No! You're dead! Batman is dead!
What took you so long, Alfred? You sound hoarse.
I'm Commissioner Gordon, sir.
I need to speak to Bruce, urgently. It's serious. Is he around?
Why, of course. I'm sure young Master Bruce would love to see you, Commissioner. Door is open.
So how's your boy, Bill?
He's too, sir. Drives the wife nuts. But I'm loving it. He's such a little guy now. Know what I'm saying?
Door is open. Hello? Anybody?
Sir? Mean anything to you? Huh?
Damn.
Good evening, Commissioner Gordon. Yes, I'd watch my every step if I were you. Wayne Manor has been booby-trapped, courtesy of El Sombrero.
And the black glove. That's Gordon taken care of. Now, you say Kraken's confirmed that Bruce Wayne is suddenly rampaging around in a suit as ragged and tattered as his mind?
He didn't see much. But whatever it was, it took that simpering stick-insect Caligula with it.
What do I care? I only need a few hours to prepare Arkham Asylum for the final act. Charlie will squeal, of course. He'll tell Batman everything, and send him charging straight into our trap. Wake up, betrayer! The usurper was never my son, was he? It was you. You and Martha, my adulterous witch of a wife. Am I right? Well, Alfred?
I knew Thomas Wayne, sir. You are not Thomas Wayne. And I promise you, Master Bruce will make you regret this grotesque charade.
No, I'm Dr. Hurt now. As for Master Bruce, and whatever shreds of his identity still remain, did I say we were finished with him? We're allowing him one last hope before we take it all away for good. We intend to ruin him in every way imaginable, body and soul.
Excuse us for screwing up the big gala night, Doc. But Pierre and me, well, he ran rings around us. We lost the kid.
Then go back out and find him. We promised Robin to the Joker. Must try harder, boys. And don't be too long. We're breaking the Batman at midnight. Martius freight and packing. Roman god of war and weapons. How does it feel to be so obvious?
You're a dead man. We know who you are, Bruce Wayne. Everything about you. You mess with Charlie. You mess with an empire of grief. I'll set my chicken centurions on you. Picked, dipped in hemlock.
You like people to think you're some brilliant, unpredictable criminal mastermind like the Joker. Funny. All I see is a set of uninspired ticks. A played-out act you can't escape even if you wanted to. The makeup, the vanity, the desperation. It's been a long time since Little Boots Calzone was the golden boy king of organized crime in Roma. This is the Bat Radia, Charlie. It sees through all your self-deception. It sees a faded old fool, hungry for one last shot at the big time.
It's a fucking cheap radio. You're nuts. You're crazier than all of us.
Poor Charlie. Poor Little Boots. The Black Glove used you as bait.
I'm one of the immortals. It's wrong you disrespect me like this.
Tell your boss he may have laid all his traps for Bruce, but not for me.
No! What's that thing behind you? Where am I?
See, I'm the Batman of Sur-En-Arr. I'm what you get when you take Bruce out of the equation. I want you to tell me more about the Black Glove and where they took the girl, Jezebel Jet. You're with me, Charlie.
Dr. Dax. Yes? I've just been informed you had the theater prepared for surgery. That you're on your way to perform a radical lobotomy on our new patient without telling me?
It's a fresh approach I pioneered in Belgium. I can assure you it will completely erase our newcomers' violent sociopathic tendencies.
As will medication and therapy. You come to us with impeccable credentials, but, well, we tend to favor rather more progressive methods here at Arkham Asylum, Dr. Dax. Methods which have so far failed to reform the Joker, Two-Face, Mad Hatter, or indeed any of your other infamous inmates. I'm afraid you are no longer in charge of this building, Dr. Arkham. It belongs now to the Black Glove. Arkham Asylum. Could there be a more perfect setting for the fall of Batman? Just don't let the black and red roses come into contact with one another, or everyone dies.
Let go of me! Leave me alone!
As promised, Maître, all is prepared for the dance of death. I brought your weapons and Batman. Batman is on his way.
He's not here yet, is he? I don't want him to be here yet. My nails are still drying.
Once every year, the Black Glove invites you, some of the richest people in the world, to play a game with human lives. It's a long tradition going way back, but this year we can promise something rather special. We gamble on games of life and death. All the ingredients are here for a spectacular and historic evening. The House of Horrors, the damsel in distress, the broken but undefeated hero, and his terrible nemesis, his ultimate foe. Is anyone willing to bet on the triumph of good over evil?
You are so perfect, so complete, a product of random circumstance, precision adapted to thrive in this ugly, high-pitched century. How I envy you. Look at me. You see what most people see. Dr. Guy does. A respected neurosurgeon, a family man with 2 beautiful daughters and a gifted, brilliant wife. No one knows that my ugliness is all inside, or that what I do to others, I often dream of doing to my own family. Polite society does not permit me to be the man I truly am. Mine is the twisted soul of a monster maître. In order to give expression to the honest beast within, I am compelled to an elaborate process of disguise. Inside I am broken, perverse, grotesque, and violent. The image of my self-loathing I call Le Bossu. I trust you will do me the honor of witnessing my transformation. No need to answer that. There are so many of us here who are inspired by your relentless invention. Your élan, maître.
How dare he not answer? Find Bossu. Tell him to get back here to do his damn lobotomy pick before the venom of the blue scorpion wears off and Nightwing wakes up.
Scorpiana, El Sombrero, Piero Lunier. All of us, we revere your flamboyance, your dedication to your art. Oh, to be here, tonight, to witness the fall at your side. Choose your partners, monsieur. The dance of death begins.
The Batman of Zor and R was only a short-term fix to get you out of trouble in the event of an attack on your mind. You can't run at this speed all night.
Positions, everyone. He's on his way.
We have him, Senor Sombrero. Feel free to join us if you wish. Midnight approaches.
Red, yellow, and a glowing bat signal on your chest, too?
The colors demonstrate total confidence. Robin dressed this way for years and survived.
You think you got the answer to everything. Just don't forget.
What is it about the sombrero? Some things are just naturally funny.
Most but not all of the hired muscle is under contract to European bosses like LaBouche and Charlie Caligula. You'll be using them to work out and stretch a little. The real heavies are inside, so save your energy.
It's the boss I'm after, mate. The Black Glove. Who is the Black Glove?
Right, you're right.
Good call to puncture the gas tank on that limo. What's next, soldier?
Right, I'm sorry, Batman. I don't think I can help anymore.
What do you mean? What if I need you in there? Look at this place.
That's just it. I'm the last fading echo of the voice of reason, Batman. And reason won't fit through this door. You have to face it alone.
Now he tells me. So how about one straight answer? Are you really an alien hyper-imp from the 5th dimension, or just a figment of my imagination?
Imagination is the 5th dimension. Some world's greatest detective you are. They hurt you, and they're not done yet. Batman, beware.
Nonsense! That's not Batman! He is right. Batman is cool. Batman wears black. I know an imposter when I see one. Is this another of your beloved actors, Doctor? You promised us Batman. On his knees, you said.
When has the Black Glove ever disappointed you, Cardinal Maggie? You're looking at what's left of Batman. The last rags and tatters. It's taken years, but my carefully prepared scenarios and post-hypnotic suggestions have split apart his already fragile personality. I own the keys to Batman's mind. Can the ultimate noble spirit survive the ultimate ignoble betrayal? Place your bets, ladies and...
The Black Glove, I presume. Shall we shake?
Ay, Dios mío!
Joker. My friends and I were just talking about how extraordinarily the inevitable you are. I know you'll be disappointed by the way it messes with your pattern, but, well, Little Red Robin's proving to be a more slippery customer than we imagined. Before you say another word, let me tell you something about myself, and about the things we plan to do to the Batman come midnight. I know you'll want to stay and watch.
Well done. You've advanced a whole 15 feet without triggering any of Wayne Manor's sensitive booby traps, Commissioner. Time for a little challenge. The telephone at the top of the stairs is a hotline to police headquarters, and they've just been alerted to call. It will ring exactly 5 times. And if you fail to pick it up, boom! You have 15 seconds, Commissioner. 5, 4, 3,
Damn.
2...
Robin, is that... There are traps everywhere. They killed one of my men. Do I know you?
Damien is the son of the Batman.
And although I rarely permit policemen to go unpunished, my beloved has spoken warmly of you, Commissioner Gordon. Shall we investigate his whereabouts together?
Mother, I want a Batmobile.
We didn't get the shipment. We're out of ammo.
Funny, isn't it? Some very rich people went to a lot of trouble to throw you a farewell party. You turn up dressed like a clown. You look vulnerable.
I'm the Batman of Zuranar. Maybe I'm playing with you. Maybe I worked everything out.
So play with this a while.
Bruce! Oh God, what's happening?
Jezebel, I'm coming to get you. Joker. Diamonds, clubs, rich people, hearts and spades, love and death. The joke and the punchline. The Harlequin's motley, red and black. Cupid and the devil. You gave it all away in the dead man's hand. But that's not it, is it? That's not it at all.
No, that wouldn't be the real joke, would it? No. The real joke is your stubborn, bone-deep conviction that somehow, somewhere, all of this makes sense! That's what cracks me up every time! Find me! Come on! Down! Down!
Jezebel!
Love really is blind. It's not her, not yet. It's only me again. Remember me? You and I, we had a special arrangement, a yin-yang thing. Holmes and Moriarty, Tweety and Sylvester, hats and gloves. But you shot me in the face. Not another step closer. Not before I tell you where she is.
Batman doesn't use a gun. The Black Glove trained the man who shot you. Where's Jezebel Jet, you grinning freak?
Oh, you're close. Real close to it now. I know we both like a little jet-black irony with our morning coffee. You might be thinking, oh, this is the part where you join forces with your old enemy to turn the tables on these upstart newcomers. But you shot me. Batman shot the Joker. And then I found out who Dr. Hurt is and why he hates you. Oh, you. These very bad, very rich people whose attention you've attracted. They tell me you got yourself into this whole horrible mess because you wanted to understand what it was like to be me. You think it all breaks down into symbolism and structures and hints and clues. No, Batman, that's just Wikipedia. You actually believed all it would take is a few chemicals, a couple of days of drug-induced isolation, and a cheap little nervous breakdown, and you'd have me all figured out? Like there was some rabbit hole you could follow me down to understanding?
My face. Look what you did to my face.
Welcome to where your soul dies!
Where is she? I'll kill you!
I only want to help you understand. See, it's everything. Mom! Dad! The job! Oh, Batman. Let go. It's so simple. Life. Death. It's all a big joke. A dead man's hand. And I hold the winning card!
No!
Bruce! Oh God, what's happening? Why are they doing this?
No. Not Bruce. I'm Batman.
I don't want to die. Don't let me die like this. Bruce, make them stop.
I'm the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh.
So, you're smart enough to know the red and black petals are harmless on their own. It's only when they come together that the deadly neurotoxin is activated.
Bruce, I don't want to die. No!
Jezebel! No!
Oh, God. Oh, Bruce. It hurts.
You really want to know how it feels to be the clown at midnight? Where there's only ever one joke, and it's always on you! Well, here you are! Now do you get it?
Joker, stop there. My good and faithful servant. He's in the grip of the Black Glove now. That's right. You're failing her, Bruce. And all my guests who bet on you surviving this are going to be very disappointed, too. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Floor tiles.
Now, do you get it?
And black. And red.
Look. Look at his eyes. Now he knows. Batman's finally given in.
Now, do you get it?
But that's the thing about Batman. Batman thinks of everything. The superior man thinks of evil that will come and guards against it. The Book of Changes. As I lay in darkness, I began to experience vivid hallucinations of the past and present, even the future. But then I came to the end of even that. I found myself in a place that's not a place.
That too is customary. In Thurgal, the initiate learns what the dead know. The self is peeled back to its black, radiant core. The chai is growing cold. Mr. Wayne, may I ask why you subjected yourself to so rigorous and extreme a psychological ordeal?
Maybe I should wait until Master Lowe returns to discuss this.
Master Lowe is indisposed at this time. Allow me to answer your questions if I can.
Have you ever tried to do only good and found things just got worse? Could I have been, even unconsciously, my own worst enemy? Beyond the visions, I found something in the dark, inside. A shape of something I can't even say or describe. A scar on my consciousness, as if something had been hidden there. Tattooed, scabbed into place and long forgotten, in some ultimate black cellar where my memories just run out. I found a hole in my mind waiting to open up and swallow me whole. Anyway, I've read how traumatized children sometimes develop cover personalities to protect themselves from painful repressed memories. And something occurred to me. If my mind came under attack, let's just say it already has come under attack, would it be possible to create an emergency personality as a defense? A backup human operating system?
Like a computer? You are a remarkable man, Mr. Wayne. I must confess to a certain sadness. But your cup is poison, and you have now less than 2 minutes to live. Consider Thurgal a rehearsal for this moment, Mr. Wayne, with my Dark Master's compliments.
Well now, Junior, you led us a merry bloody dance these last couple of days. Ye got you cornered like a rat now. Hey, strangled little rat hero.
Well, if I ain't the jolly swag man. Long way from home, mate.
Dark fucking Ranger, you're dead.
Dream on, Dark Ranger, formerly the Scout.
Not a moment too soon. The whole city erupted at midnight.
Sorry it took us a few hours to get the whole team rounded up and all the way to America. Looks like we timed that one just right.
Hell's bells! How are you, Boy Wonder?
You won't feel much. An increase in production of saliva, a numbness about the lips, paralysis, then death. My master's message to you is this. Your fear is real. I will destroy everything you are.
You blinked. I switched the cups. Force of habit. Batman, laid to rest. Buried alive in his best cape. And all for the entertainment of my honored guests.
A somewhat shallow bed, Dr. Hurt.
Enough to confine even the strongest man. But not so deep we can't exhume what remains after dessert.
I'm still betting on Batman. The Joker's poison only stunned him. That means, like Miss Jet, he was prepared. And thank God for that, or our evening would have been a complete waste, Dr. Dear. We were promised the annihilation of a proud spirit, and I'd like to hope our dear Dr. Hurt is not quite finished yet.
Bravo, Cardinal Maggie. Air inside the coffin will run out in exactly 30 minutes. His brain will begin to die seconds after that, whereupon he will be raised up like a drooling Lazarus.
Permanently brain damaged. The way I like them. We can disfigure him to look like his worst enemy.
Speak of the devil. Still here, Joker. We left all the doors open for you.
Before I start down the bloody havoc trail, I've decided to place a bet. I don't know, I just feel lucky tonight.
But you've played your part, and our rules say you can only bet as a member of the Black Glove. A glove with room for 5 fingers and no more.
And the qualifications for finger food are... You have to be rich. Moi, I've flushed more money down the toilet than your dead man's hand could carry. Famous and special. How many times have you seen this face on wanted posters? Ooh, you seem tense, soldier. Almost. Riddle. Reiki to the rescue! Relaxation is so much easier, minus that stubborn old spine! You're short one trigger finger.
My husband. Oh God, he can't be doing this. You promised we'd be safe, Doctor.
I'd like to bet you have no idea what you're dealing with. I bet double or nothing. Batman crawls out of that shallow grave with his faculties intact and hunts you down like the dogs you all are. Did anyone think to examine Exhibit A?
I'll take that. It's nothing in an old broken radio he found in a derelict's abandoned shopping cart.
May I? I did make my fortune in electronics after all. And, there. It's simply,
Wait a minute. That shouldn't be here. It's as if it's been converted to send instead of receive signals. Oh, dear Lord.
Signal received. Arkham Asylum security initiate override.
Where is he? Say we kill Nightwing now. Damn the midget and get back to the party before they all eat the cake.
Madre.
Oh, my face. What it takes to my face for a joke. Pick hammer. This young man, this first Robin. Let's see if Nightwing's friends recognize him without his frontal lobes.
Quickly, before he...
I faced experts, lunatics, artists who express their feelings through deadly toxins. I carry antidotes for all the poisons I'm not immune to. I can usually improvise if I'm faced with something unfamiliar. Savor your glimpse of the void. Master Lowe died because I didn't have this when I found him. You asked me why I chose to endure Thogal. I wanted to taste the flavor of death. I wanted to know that I had finally experienced every eventuality. In the cave, in Nanda Parbat, I hunted down and killed and ate the last traces of fear and doubt in my mind. Tell your dark master, whoever he is, to make his move soon, before I come looking for him. Tell him he was wrong to wait until I was ready. Tell him I look forward to facing him. Obvious variations aside, there's only one human body. 206 bones, 5 major organs, 60,000 miles of blood vessels. All it takes is time. Days, months, years spent memorizing the finite ways there are to hurt and break a man. Preparing for all of them. I've escaped from every conceivable death trap. 10 times. A dozen times. I could slow my breathing and metabolism to control panic and conserve air. Straitjacket's kindergarten. Locks, too. Bench pressing a pine coffin lid through 600 pounds of loose soil that's filling your mouth, crushing your lungs flat and shredding your dehydrated muscles. That's harder. Far from impossible.
Keep this monster away from us!
So, the whole black and red thing I got from the tiles on my cell floor. Or maybe it was the crowbar I beat Robin's brains out with. It's simple. It preys on the mind, the ultimate gag. Now you're here, now you ain't. Get it? But it doesn't matter, see, because every single time I try to think outside his toy box, he builds a new box around me. Apophenia. I've been driven literally insane trying to get him to loosen up. Well, now, it's your turn. The black glove quivering in an insane asylum. Exactly where he wants you. Now you're in his box too. You can never prepare for the unexpected, the well-timed punchline. Here. Wild card. Devil is double is deuce, my dear doctor. And Joker trumps deuce.
What are you saying?
I'm saying adieu. Pleased to meet you, admire your work, but don't call me servant. I'll collect my winnings from all of you in due course.
Dr. Hurt, you must get us out of here!
But you chose to be here. All of you gamblers, you high and mighty rollers, your sins have found you out. That sound you hear is the security override, locking all the doors. Arkham Asylum is no longer under our control. Ready when you are.
I thought I smelled dirt. There's nothing you can do, Bruce. No court on the planet we can't buy. No judge or jury beyond threatening or bribing. Now do you get it? There's you, Rich, down here. And there's Black Love Rich. Oh, I'm just not tall enough? Jabari Diallo.
Jezebel Jet. Brilliant, beautiful, too good to be true, Jezebel. When did I first suspect you as part of the trap? I want you to know, I understand, she said. I think it was then, about a fraction of a second after I realized how heavily I'd fallen for her. Almost instantly realizing it was the bad I'd been attracted to all along. He's breathing hard now, look. Beyond the limits of his endurance, his sanity. This ugly city you love is ours, Bruce.
He's staggering. Let's dance.
Let's. Your father, Jacob McKeel, not even related. He won you. He won your mother. A black glove wager 20 years ago. I know what they did to you and what they turned you both into. I know how he made her die. And how you applauded as you watched President McKeel's enemies chop him into pieces and put you in his place. I read the letter your mother sent from her cell on death row, stained with tears. I know it's the only thing you value, the only thing that has meaning in your life. That's why I stole it from the safe in your suite at the Four Seasons Gotham. And now you'll never touch it again.
No. No. You're lying. You can't know about that. You think you've won, but I was the last Bruce Wayne. You'll never love anyone. You'll never trust any woman ever again.
Love. Congratulate Alfred on the acting lessons.
Liar. Liar, tear him apart.
Hurt.
Huh. I don't know. Do all your parties come without anesthetic?
Nightwing. Nicely timed. You never let me down, did you?
Somebody's gotta watch your back. Hey, you wanna slow down, Batman? I don't know what happened this time, but you look wasted.
The black glove played his hand. Hurt his mind. The truth is, I know I was under attack, but I could only guess how it would play out. Trust preparation to see me through. And rely on my allies to keep up.
Arkham Asylum.
I heard him. Something's up at Arkham Asylum.
After we faced the Black Glove on John Mayhew's island, we all began our own investigations.
Robin, this movie made by Mayhew, Le Gun Noir, the actors, the director, all murdered, gone mad, or vanished. The story is the devil himself with the curse on the whole thing.
I think you have to go to Batman. Gaucho, the Chief, and Raven, et moi, we'll take Bossu's rioters uptown.
Ranger Squire and I can handle Caligula's boys in Midtown. Knight versus Gladiator, no contest.
Musketeer's totally right. You save the city. The Club of Heroes can take it from here, Robin. You go get Batman sorted.
Beryl, thanks. Wish me luck.
It's the red.
That was an ambulance, Master Damien.
What was an ambulance? Just be grateful I didn't leave you to burn back in the Batcave, Pennyworth. Will my father let me keep this car?
Hurt. We stem the tide of crime in Gotham City, undermining your reason to be. We daub the walls with a trigger phrase you've been primed not to see until it was too late. Split your mind, drugged you, left you deranged, poisoned, and buried you. You imagine yourself indomitable, a deluded trust fund orphan who vents his rage and frustration on the poor in alleyways. Repeat after me. I must put away my Batman costume and retire from crime fighting. I know you better than anyone. I'm your father, Bruce. Dr. Thomas Wayne. You were supposed to die that night too, along with your mother, but Chill lost his nerve. A pathologist friend faked my death certificate. Wayne became hurt.
You're not Thomas Wayne.
And still, the cloak fits. And if not, Dad, have you dared to consider the only alternative?
Mangrove Pierce, star of the Black Glove. My father's double, and mine. You had an affair with John Mayhew's wife, and he had you framed for her murder.
No, I skinned Mangrove Pierce alive, wore him to Mayhew's party. I am the hole in things, Bruce. The enemy, the piece that can never fit. There since the beginning. Would I bring you all this way and not deliver the killing blow? The Black Glove, at great expense, has made certain shocking documents and photographs available to Gotham City's media. Your mother, your father, your faithful butler Alfred, all will stand revealed as drug addicts, perverts, criminals. Unless, of course, Batman agrees to serve the Black Glove and willingly dedicates his life to the corruption of virtue. Ready to deal?
Not now. Not ever.
Not even for them? Then I curse the cape and cowl, as you will soon. The next time you wear it will be the last.
And so I write this final entry in the Black Casebook.
Shake him off! Shake him off, you moron!
In my attempt to see clearly in the deepest dark, in my efforts to go to the still eye in the storm of madness, did I open up myself to some pure source of evil?
I can't control
No. Not like this.
Did I finally reach the limits of reason?
Rules are rules. The house always wins.
And find the devil waiting?
The Black Glove always wins.
And was that fear in his eyes?
What happened here? The mayor himself won't let anyone near until they get some diplomats out of there. Robin, somebody talk to me.
We uncovered the conspiracy of business rivals to ruin Bruce Wayne, Commissioner Gordon. The mayor might even be involved. Batman went after them.
Stand aside. I am the daughter of the world's greatest criminal mastermind and the mother of Batman's son. We'll take care of retribution.
If it wasn't for signed swimsuit shots and diplomatic immunity, you'd still be in custody. I mean an actual psychiatric hospital. Maybe it's time to swear off these annual parties.
Shut up. I have a country. I'll beggar my people if that's what it takes to bury him. Jack, who the hell is this? This is a private number.
2:35 is the meeting with the culture minister, and if you remember, Time magazine has an interview scheduled for...
What are you talking about? Who is this? What's that sound?
Aside from rumors, that's the last time anybody we know laid eyes on that man for sure. We're safe in the hands of Gordon's boys, like this hero. You sure you don't want us to handle the messy business, boss? We're into it.
The Joker gave me a face to match my appetites. The life I knew is over. But here in Gotham, I am free to live without restrictions. If I choose to bathe in the blood and brains and pain of this foolish, inquisitive policeman, I expect you to indulge me. Compris, Monsieur le Cop? No one can save you from this. Even Batman and Robin are dead.
Huh? Impossible!
You're wrong. Batman and Robin will never die.
But how did he get to be Zorro? Why can't I be Zorro? Why was he called Zorro anyway?
Zorro means fox in Spanish, Bruce. Stay close.
Imagine if Zorro came riding down the street right now on his horse.
I'm not so sure Gotham City would welcome a masked man taking the law into his own hands, Bruce. The sad thing is, they'd probably throw someone like Zorro in Arkham. What?
Days to Omega 30.
Survival is easy. Survival is what I do. Ever since that first night when Joe Chill turned his gun on Dad and Mom, I've been surviving. I slowed my breathing to trigger dive reflex while the world and the stars kept turning overhead. I tried not to think about the last 5 days, wandering the streets of Gotham, deranged, poisoned, deceived. I tried to forget that I'd punched my way out of a shallow grave and lived through a chopper crash. All I had to do was survive a few minutes more. And remember one thing. If it was this hard for me, it would be impossible for him. For Hurt.
Days to Omega 30.
I'd been there 5 minutes before I realized my cape and cowl were missing. Then I remembered his words. Dr. Hurt. The next time you wear it will be the last. I waited, but no one else surfaced from the oily black breakers.
Batman? Batman? Hey! Hey! You remember me, right?
Ellie. Sure I do. You ditched Deshawn and got that job at Wayne Tech?
Receptionist. My life was a real bad mess, Batman. But you remembered my name that night.
Why shouldn't I? So what brings you down here?
That's my guy, Errol. He plays bass. We thought it was you, and I just came over to say hi. And just to see if you were okay.
Me? Don't worry about me. Be good, Ellie.
Days to Omega 30.
Master Bruce. Oh my goodness gracious.
How's the whole extreme butlering thing working out for you, Alfred? Tell me you didn't use up all the Band-Aids.
I believe the correct term is butling, sir.
Good to see you, old friend.
Likewise, Master Bruce. A tense few days, but I knew you'd work it all out in the end. I prepared mulligatawny soup, your favorite.
There has to be a night when I don't come back. And this time, I thought this was the one. I lost my mind. I completely miscalculated the Joker anti-venom dosage. I wound up at the mercy of my worst enemies for an entire half hour. If they hadn't wanted to enlist me, they could have killed me, blinded me, crippled me. And we were right about Jezebel. Alfred, the Bat Sub's launch ready, right? Broken hand or not, I couldn't rest. There was something gnawing inside now. Some deep down doubt I didn't like. I am the hole in things, he said. The piece that can never fit. If I couldn't find a body, Hurt stayed a ghost. An empty space. Hiding where he couldn't be found, in the gaps. The holes. The absences. Nothing. No sign of Hurt. No trace of Lane, his pilot. What do you think, Alfred?
I'd prefer to think they were swept away by the river current. But then again, I'd rather not entertain the supernatural option. These people put your mind under attack, but you won.
I've rarely come this close to disaster. If he's still out there.
He'll think twice about showing his face again. They put you in an elaborate trap, and you got out, Master Bruce. You always do. Stopped. How unusual.
I want to go thank Tim and Dick. All of you, Alfred. And if I sleep for 3 days afterwards, don't wake me.
You won't be disturbed, sir. Sweet dreams.
But I was still shaking off the after effects of the drugs I'd been dosed with. Awareness and oblivion churned together uneasily. It was as if I had died, and these twilight hours were played out in some post-mortem limbo of black and red funeral flowers. The sensation of hallucination persisted, like a scent of mortuary roses. I could still taste graveyard soil. And I felt disembodied, haunting the halls and stairways of my own home.
No less bizarre or dreamlike was the discovery that Hurt had somehow found the manor's hidden room. Forgive me. How could he have known it even existed? Why had my parents made me solemnly vow never to enter the hidden room? What if there was something else? Some kind of sickness at the root of the family tree. A worm at the foundations. Hurt claimed he was my father, somehow alive. He also claimed he would destroy my parents' reputations. Who would go to such lengths, on this scale? And how do I begin to undo the damage?
I'm sorry about Miss Jet, Master Bruce. I hope you'll forgive the interruption, sir, but there's something I know you'll want to see.
Days to Omega 27.
Red skies. How soon before we hear from someone who can fly?
Drop everything. We need you on this. Someone just killed a god.
Super people. I was expecting you. What's up? I've worked so hard to gain their respect. They sometimes forget I'm flesh and blood. In Superman's world, everything is mythology.
As of now, this is a planetary-level murder inquiry. I didn't think you'd want to leave the Green Lanterns in charge.
I should have told him my cape and cowl was a death trap. Cursed by a man who may or may not have been some manifestation of the devil, or my dead father.
None of it's true, sir. We can prove that. The fellow in the close-ups looks nothing like me at that age.
Instead, I promised I'd be there right away. He drugged me, buried me alive. But you know what's worse? The bat costume my father wore to the masquerade went with Dr. Hurt to the bottom of Gotham River. And these lies, these sick lies. He said my next case would be my last unless I gave up and joined him.
And your reply, Master Bruce?
Burn in hell. I just got a call from the Justice League. When I get back, we'll fix everything.
Sir, will that be all, sir?
The next time you wear it will be the last. How could it be? The hole in things was everywhere I looked. The trap I was so sure I'd escaped was locking into place all around me. Think fast, Batman.
Days to Omega 27.